Hi, it's Jenny from Silver Bunny Stitches. Today is a bit of a special day. I'm going to the knitting and stitching show in Harrogate. So I thought I would take you all along with me. We're in the car now, just dropped my son off at school, and it'll take me about 45 minutes to get there. And then we'll go and we'll see what there is. See you there. Okay, that was a surprisingly good drive through. Harrogate is usually horrifically busy. The car park is very busy with cars coming in because everyone's going to the knitting and stitching show. I had to drive past the entrance to get here and it looked like there was a big queue. But it doesn't start for about 10 minutes, so I'm going to sort out parking and then go and find out how to get there. And that is the queue, but it is moving. And I need to walk down to these lights here. Okay, so the knitting and stitching show was pretty awesome. Had a really good time. I've got some videos and things to insert in a bit. But it was a week ago that I went because I came back with lots of haul and a lovely cold that somebody gave me. So I've been pretty sick for the last week. So I haven't felt like videoing. Don't really even feel like videoing today, but if I don't do it today, then it's going to be like Monday next week before I get a chance to do anything. Anyway, so the show was really good. Didn't have to wait in the sort of the line very long at all. Got in there and it was like super quiet to begin with. It gets really, really busy in them. But yeah, to begin with, it was super quiet. And I made a beeline for Sparklies, which sell hand-dyed fabrics. And we in the UK, we can't really get them in normal shops, or at least I haven't found anywhere that I can get them in normal shops. I can get white, I can get sort of a red or maybe a blue or a green, and I can get, what is it, Kitty Whips calls them, fancy Ada, stuff like oatmeal, and that's totally true. That's how I used to view oatmeal, or like natural rustic looking Ada, that it was this fancy stuff. Anyway, so I went straight to her stall and spent quite a bit of money on fabric. So I got Pumpkin Patch, which is this one. And this was the colour I was actually looking for. I was looking for an orange Ada. Did I get Ada? No, I got linen. No. Even weave. Nope, 32 count linen. It was more because it was the right colour. I'm not a massive linen stitcher, but I've got a Doreen Jones design that I think will look absolutely lovely on this. So that was that one. And then I got this one just because it was really pretty, and it's called Tropical Reef, and it's 32 count opal linen. So I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see. There's a beautiful sparkle in it. And I think maybe the sparkly stuff that I've been getting from my LNS, I think that might be quite cheap, because the sparkle and shimmer in this is so much nicer than in the stuff that I get from my LNS. So yeah, so I got that one. I have no plans on what to stitch on it. It was just really nice. And I got some 16 count Ada called Supernova. And I'm going to be putting something Halloween-y on that, but I don't know what. I was really bad. I didn't really go with any projects in mind to buy stuff for. I was just like, whatever colours look interesting. And and I got Dark Goddess, which is 18 count Ada. I thought I picked up 16, but yeah, it's 18. That's good because it's only a small piece, so that's probably good if it's a smaller count because I'll be able to fit a bigger project on it. So that was the Ada I got from them, but she was really nice, the lady who was running the stall, and she'd actually she'd got pattern books that you could look through, and she'd got chairs you could sit down on, and I was like, oh, that was amazing, because when you've been walking around for a while, and it was going to be walking around for a while, so obviously I had a knee replacement about 5 months ago, so I'm okay walking around, but I need to sit down more than most people. So it was really good because I could sit down and look through all her patterns. And she had, I'd never seen this in the UK before. Apparently they are in some shops. They had Autumn Lane Stitchery, like hard copies of things. I'm used to just having to buy them like PDFs online. So we've got Hocus Pocus because Cassandra was stitching this one and it came up looking absolutely stunning. So I've got Hocus Pocus. Yes, I've spent all the money that I didn't have on patterns that I've already got all the patterns, so I didn't really need any more patterns, but still. The Collectors. I wanted this one for a while, but my son can be a little bit nervous. And I kind of thought that at like 4 it would freak him out. But he's just turned 7 now, so I think he'll be okay. But absolutely love this one. She had Shannon Christine designs, so I really enjoyed. I don't think you've even seen it. In my next Flosstube, I'll post up. When I was on holiday, I did. Maybe I have seen it. I don't know. I can't remember. My brain isn't working properly. Anyway, it was like a frosty snowman of hers, and it was really nice. And I wanted to do some more. So I mean, this is totally me. Let it snow somewhere else. That's me. And then it says stay warm. So they were really cute. And she had mirabilias, and I've always wanted a mirabilia, but always felt a little bit intimidated and daunted by them. Even though I've been cross-stitching like 20 years, really, you know, it's just a larger pattern. So I went for Princess Eliana, because I loved all the bright colours in her. No plans on starting her anytime soon. And this one was like high up, where it was at the top of my wish list when it came to mirabilias. So it's Snow Queen. But the problem is that the bead pack for her is super expensive because she has so many beads. But just over from the Sparkly stand was, I think it was Hawkins Hobbies, and they kit up mirabilias. So my plan is that I'll save up for the bead pack. And not only do they do the bead pack, but they'll do the fabric for it as well. So that's the plan, and I'll probably start her first. Yeah, and so that was the Sparkly stand, and then I went over to the Hawkins Hobbies, what I think is Hawkins Hobby stand, which was just over from her, to ask them about kitting up mirabilias, and they had Mill Hill kits. So I ended up with Autumn Harvest, and then I'm really into Christmas stitching at the moment, so I got buttons and beads kit, cute little snowman. And then I sort of, there's like 4 hauls, I think there were 4 hauls at the Stitchy show. So I'd been kind of running around a bit like a headless chicken because I wanted to find the Sparkly stand first before it got super busy. And then I was like, right, you need to kind of focus and like do a haul and then you can tick it off. So I went and had a wander and a look around at the like quilt type stuff. So I'll put in a couple of videos of things that they had on display. And then I went and got some lunch, which was really nice. I went to All Bar One, which is more of a bar than a restaurant, but they do the nicest nachos. So I had nachos, I took my stitching, I had a proper sit down and a rest, and then I went back in to have a look at some more stuff. So I'll catch up with you in a minute, but I'll pop the videos in here now.
Don't have a go at doing one though, are you? And actually, very rarely see the back of it. Because normally, well, if they're finished, papers take down.
So after I had my lunch, I went back in again, and by this point it was absolutely heaving. And I went into one hall and they had Yarn Village. I kid you not, it had like little banners up saying Yarn Village, and that was insanely busy. Hold on, actually, I bought something from Yarn Village and I'll show it to you. So this is what I ended up getting, which is I think yarn cake, and it is called Whirl. I don't know. Apparently there's a kilometre or a mile of yarn in here. My best friend and I have decided to do make your own Christmas presents, and I decided to crochet her a scarf. So it's like a gradient wool, so I think eventually it'll start turning into the lighter colour. That's how far I've got. My son's quite worried because it's got holes in that she'll get cold, get a cold neck. I had to fudge the pattern a little bit at the bottom. I don't know, it said you should have 34 stitches. I had 34 stitches and I still, when I put the next row in, I didn't have quite enough. I don't think you can tell, and I don't think by the time I blocked it, you'll be able to tell. Yeah. Anyway, so I bought that from Yarn Village, which is a bit of a squash and a squeeze getting through. I then found a stall which sold body threads, and they were all reduced in price. So I got a slipper, which it's the only one of the shoe ones that I'm really fussed about, but it's absolutely gorgeous. So I got that one, and then I got the one from Dimensions, Merry Christmas, the penguin. You see, this one I was seduced by the model stitches because it was amazing. They had model stitches of everything. In the UK, we don't have that. When I go to my LNS, all the walls are just taken up with products. There isn't anywhere that you... They've got some quilts going up the stairs, I like, but there's like no cross stitch, which is being finished for you to look at. And the guy who ran the store, he said they sell so much more at the shows than in the shop, and he said it's because of the model stitches. I got that one, and I got Let It Snow. This it doesn't look that amazing, kind of just looking at it here, but when it was stitched up and on the wall, it looked amazing. It was really very pretty, really bright. So I got that one, and then I found another cross stitch stall, and they were selling more kind of primitive stuff that I don't really stitch, but they had this one by Jardin Privier, I think, and again, they had it stitched up and it looked absolutely fantastic and so much more brighter than on the picture here. And then randomly, Knitting and Stitching Show, I found a bead stall, and they were called Spellbound Bead Company. And then these little kits where you can make up kind of like hanging bauble. So this one I bought for my best friend, because one of my best friends, because she does beading. So that for her will be like super simple for her to do. It's just that's glass, so I'm gonna have to like find some way of posting it where it's not gonna get damaged. Yeah, and then I bought one for me. I have loads of beading stuff, but I don't do much beading. And this one was called Starry Night Bauble Kit. That one was called Pavilion Bauble Kit. So it's gold on the front here, but they had different kind of colours, so I just went for a silver. I don't think I'm going to do it anytime soon. It was so pretty that I couldn't not buy it. So that was my haul, and then I ended up having to like almost run out the stitching show because then I had to be back to get my son. So yeah, and the drive home was awful. It took me 45 minutes to get to Harrogate, which is like super good. On the way home, it took me 1 hour and 20 minutes because there were problems on the A1, which is the major kind of trunk road, well, one of the major trunk roads from the south to the north of the UK. And there were problems, which meant I didn't have to go on it, but I had to like go across it. So yeah, the caused problems. Luckily, my neighbour picked up my son from school for me. Yeah, so I had an absolutely fabulous time. I would highly recommend it if you are anywhere near Harrogate. I think they do one in London as well, but I'm not sure when that is in the year. So yeah, that was that. I'm hopefully going to do a video before my son breaks up, like a proper, like normal Flosstube, before my son breaks up for the Christmas holidays, which is the 16th of December. Yeah, and show my progress because I think I'm close to getting a finish on one of my projects, which is really exciting. It should be finished before Christmas, but whether I get it finished before I film a Flosstube, I don't know. But everybody take care, and if I've got any more photos and videos, I'll insert them here. I'll see you all next time. Bye.
Yes, it is soft. And I think it will go quite well. Yeah, I think I've got